Join me today as I drive up to Manchester to meet the team at Roma Finance, and we are going to be looking at bridging and how important bridging is if you're looking at auctions and if you're trading. So come with me today. We're going to have a good time. Okay, so I'm in Manchester. I'm here to see Roma Finance. We'll be talking about trading, bridging finance specifically, and how their business has changed since they came out to the Dubrovnik trading retreat earlier on this year. But before I go in, I think it's a good idea just to kind of give people an idea of what bridging is. You may have heard things, people stay away from it, people are nervous of it, rates and all these different types of things. And if you go back far enough, and I think, before the base rate changed and COVID happened and quasi-quarting and Liz Truss and all that kind of stuff, bridging was expensive. Now it's kind of not on par, but it's not as bad as it used to be, compared to, buy-to-let mortgages, for instance. But bridging used to be called auction finance. And the reason for that is it needed to be fast. Okay, that's why you're paying a little bit more, because the money turns up faster. And the idea is that you're using it for a short period of time. You're bridging from buying to your buy-to-let, to your long-term finance, to your exit finance, whatever it is that you're doing. If it's used correctly and you're talking to the right people and you've got the right LTVs and your values are really nailed down, bridging is a really, really, really cool tool that you can use to scale, right? Otherwise, everything's going in cash, or you have to get JV angel investment to come in, and the questions and the delays and then this, that, and the other. And bridging traditionally is designed to be smoother, quicker, easier, and it's built around auctions. And the quantum of our conversation today is really going to be, okay, you guys do bridging, they do development finance, they do commercial now. They just got a huge facility through, like £3 billion worth of capital to really get lent out there. So they're really going to start pushing these products. But bridging's one thing, but how do you do bridging for traders? And really, that's what we're going to be asking Scott today. So it's coming up next. So we're here at the offices of Roma. I've travelled all the way up to beautiful Manchester. It's one of the few days where it's sunny up north, apparently. I'm here with Scott Marshall. Scott is the founder, CEO of Roma Finance, a long-term supporter of not just the channel, but of Hamid in general. And I'm here. My video today is all about bridging and understanding bridging from an auction and trading perspective. I'm not going to be talking about anything quite so boring while we have you for a couple of minutes. What we're going to focus on is, it's been 4 months. Has your liver recovered from the retreat? Step one. And step two, I hope everybody wants to know how the winners of the £1 million competition are doing.
Well, listen, I definitely have recovered. My liver definitely has recovered. My paddle game hasn't improved that much, but my liver's definitely recovered.
Good. Okay.
What a retreat.
Yeah.
And seriously, what a retreat. I mean, what came out of that week in Dubrovnik was very different from what we were expected and what we were expecting when we went into the retreat.
Yeah.
I mean, let's take, for example, the £1 million competition. That was not even a concept going into it, but out of that came 3 winners, 15 people pitching for £1 million, and 3 people getting that £1 million facility. And I suppose 4 months on, where are we? Well, we have got the winners are trading. They are building their businesses. We are supporting them build those businesses. We've already gone beyond £1 million for some of those, for some of the winners. And we've been talking today about how we can support them to continue their journey and create that wealth themselves, and their families. But aside from that, there is somebody that's going to win a £5 million facility in all be well in 8 months' time. And the competition is on. The competition is hot. We've got 3 fantastic people that are successfully trading, and it's great to support those people. And let's do some more.
So people don't believe me when I tell them the story. Like, everyone thinks, oh, this was a gimmick. You went out there knowing you were going to do this. It was one morning, a little bit hungover. We all thought, maybe no paddle this morning. Let's jump in the sauna room. Let's just steam out all of the filth of drinking and the fatty foods and all that stuff. And then someone just said, well, if you had £1 million, who would you back? So from 5 sweaty middle-aged men,
It's very, very, very true.
in a sauna on a random morning, going, well, actually, if we can't pick, why don't we get them to pitch and see which one's best, and then you can decide. And then it went on and on and on. But yeah, I'm in touch with all 3 winners on a regular basis, and one of them is aiming to get to 10 deals a month.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely. And you
I
know
mean, the
what?
competition is really thick.
So supporting them on that journey, you know, we are helping to build their business. And let's be honest, they're helping to build our business as well. It is a win-win for everybody that
And
is
this is what I
involved.
was going to ask you, because bridging's bridging, right? It used to be called auction finance years and years ago. It's bridging from one thing to the other. But traders use it very differently. They're not using it as debt. They're using it as a tool.
Correct.
And how is that kind of impacting your thought? No, don't give any secret sauce away. But is it kind of, are you looking at it through a new lens, going, right, this is how we?
I think it's very differently when you're doing a bridge for an individual that's doing something to a property to create value, and you might do one transaction a year, you might do one transaction every 6 months. You know, it's all about there's a relative speed of velocity on a momentum with those people. With a trader, where you're talking about 10 deals a month, they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. And so it's a volume game. You've got to deal with those people in a completely different way, because you've got to separate the underwriters. You've got a holistic approach. You've got to look at the deals in an individual way. You've got to, you know, allow them to, you know, do deal quickly, but are going to enable them to complete and then trade those things on. There will be some deals that from time to time where they're up. There'll be some deals unfortunately where they'll be down.
Yeah.
And you've got to roll with the punches to support them on that journey. And again, I don't want to give too many secrets away, but there's some of these that we've discussed today are ways in which we can support, you know, our customers, you know, when they're going through the ups and downs of the trading environment. And you know, if you are a property trader, if you want to be a property trader, I suppose ultimately my message is, you know, we have got products and processes that can support people, you know, as they go through, you know, the kind of ecosystem of trading.
But it's not an off-the-shelf approach.
No, it's not.
There is no like fixed thing like with the client that we've had here today. It's going to be a very different approach for him than it's going to be with another trader, because
Absolutely.
of the way that they operate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's just magic. Yeah, the more people we can trade, the more people we can do business.
Let's do this.
Let's go. Cheers, Doddy. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Gary.
Cheers. Okay, so now if today has given you any indication of how bridging works and how having the right relationship, the right exit, the right plan in place, and if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out the links in the description for the Buyers Club, the Trading Academy, the retreat, all of the other things that we do. And remember, we are here to help you whether you're looking to buy or sell at auction. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.